Hello, everybody. Welcome to My Black Tea. Today, I'm here with Courtney and Aries, and we're going to just be talking about what's really going on in our neighborhood. Right now, we're right here at Fluid Recreation Center. I want to thank y'all for joining me. I also want to thank y'all for participating. And I just want to hear a little bit about how our young adults feel about what's going on right now. How is that affecting you?
Well, my opinion is when it comes to the killing, I can't say who doing it, but it seems like a lot of gang violence to me. That's my opinion. So I feel like when you listen to rap music, you got so many rappers saying they got young, to do this and that for them. So it's like young people killing each other over small things like simple beef, whatever, just to try to be in rap song. So that's why when I keep seeing all these people getting shot up, and a little boy that got shot, and another little boy got shot while he was in the bed asleep from a drive, I'm like, so what? Like, I don't understand. That's my opinion. Like, I always been telling people, like, everybody want to be naming these rap songs as a shooter, and, oh, I got young shooters that do this and that. So it's really like the rappers Columbus rappers. That's all I be hearing. That's why I don't listen to a lot of people from Columbus. Because if you got talent enough to get a lot of views, I think you should do more with your talent than to basically be rapping about killing people and
Trying to get a
people
reputation.
Yeah, and then they making the young youth think, oh, I go do this, and they hear about it. Now I got street cred. Everybody mess with me. And when you on 710th Street,
Hmm. Where they at?
you feel me? Ain't no street cred because people from all over the place get locked up in Columbus, Georgia, and they don't know about you in the so-called street. So you got to deal with all that. And then another thing, like COVID-19, I think they stopped the mask situation too quick. Like, because it was bad. Like the people that I think, because I know a few people that got it right now. So I think the people that didn't get it last year, it's like come back around. So okay, well, I didn't get you last year. I'm gonna get you this year. Because I'm like, dang, because last year I ain't hear nothing about kids getting it. So now it's like I'm looking at the news like 1,900 kids were hospitalized in one day. I'm like, but if you go to Florida right now, still at the beach, still walking around, no mask, still in the store. I just went to go shopping 2 nights ago. I probably seen one person with a mask on besides the workers. I'm like, okay, so I'm assuming these people not watching the news. So it's like nobody cares. And then the government keeps saying, oh, the work jobs back open, da da da. The jobs was open until y'all closed them down. So that's why y'all gave people unemployment and stimulus checks and stuff. But I think they worry about this. But you know how the government is, politicians and all that. They worry about themselves. They ain't worried about the people that they supposed to worry about, which is the United States. So that's my opinion on a lot of things because I don't understand. And it ain't like you can call the president and be like, people getting evicted because y'all start unemployment or y'all giving the $400-500 stimulus check. That's somebody's water bill, light bill. That ain't no rent, car note, car insurance, money for the kids. They all up food stuff, but some people selling them just to pay the bills.
Just to pay the bills
So
and get some money.
so I was just like, yo, I try to stay myself. Now I really quarantine myself because my son, he on 10-day quarantine now because of two kids in his school ended up with it. And I'm like, dang, I ain't even last year I ain't even hear about kids getting it. Now it's like left and right, left and right, left and right. Little girl got it one day and said she died 2 days later from it because their immune system way weaker than ours. We know to drink water and eat fruit, but kids they want candy, juice, and you got some others that think giving them candy, juice, and stuff like that is spoiling them. How you gonna spoil them if you ain't keeping them healthy? We ain't asked for COVID-19 to come, but when it first started getting bad, people should have been prepared. Okay, well, let's make our kids immune system strong. Instead, y'all still stuck on the same BS. You know what I'm saying? As me, like I was telling my son, mother, like he got to drink water, he got to eat fruit, all that candy, snack cakes, sodas. It's only making the immune system weak. So child sneeze around him, they got it. Like a child don't know they symptoms. They might think head hurt, nose, out there, throat hurt. I got a cold. They don't know they got COVID-19 unless the mother take them to get tested. Right. Then schools did the virtual thing, which still didn't work because I was seeing kids sleep on the thing, parents not even waking up to make sure they own it. So it's like, yeah, it's good that schools back open, but also it's not because COVID-19 is not getting no better. So that what the government got to take heed of. Y'all worry about, oh, they're trying to pass this $1 trillion stimulus bill. We can't afford it. Y'all print your own money. That's one thing. I don't know how they go about doing it when it comes to stimulus money for people that because that's why they made it where if you make over 100 some thousand a year, you can't get it. Basically, saying the Democrats say, okay, we for the poor, so we gonna make sure the poor straight. But the Republican was against it because they're for the rich. So they basically well, people we for can't even get it because if you make over $100,000 a year, you can't even get a stimulus, which is understandable.
No,
But
it was over 400,000 a year.
they make that too.
Yeah.
Cause
So that's what actually put a lot of black people and people of color in the stimulus bracket. You know,
exactly.
because it ain't many of us making
Unless
400,000
you're loyal,
a
you're
grand.
one of them Republicans.
Hmm.
Then the ones that out of Atlanta that was begging to get voted in, oh, we gonna do this. It's like they held on to the, we gonna get y'all $2,000 students. They kept holding on to, so everybody was voting and voting. That's why I think the president that's current now got voted in. I never really had a problem with Trump, but it's like, to my opinion, a lot of people say it's not true, but I think he cared more about people than the president now. That's my opinion. Even though he was a Republican, so they for the rich and the Democrats supposed to be for the poor. But if you hear the video all them folks hold on to the plane, fall out the sky, like that'll make some people cry, even if they is the enemy or whatever they want to call it. I've seen the video everywhere, like everybody still trying to sing the sad, but you know, back in the day, I don't remember how it happened when the Twin Towers got knocked down, the plane ran in them and all this stuff. So, I know Obama was president when they handled that situation, but it still just don't make sense how. Well, of course, the Republicans, the Democrats, politicians stuff don't make sense to us anyway because we don't know nothing about it. But that's just my opinion. Like, it's crazy because I tell people I come sit with, like, wear your mask. Even if you want to store, you be like, do I gotta wear a mask? Some don't say no. Like, when this ain't gonna make you one well, Peter Wiggle ain't make you one there. I'm like, okay. So I obviously wear a mask these stores not watching the news. They not watching. Then kids with their mothers and stuff, their immune system not strong as ours. You got newborns, so you got to be thoughtful. Like, let me put a mask on them anyway, even though 30 people ain't got the mask on. Let us get one on. Because the symptoms, you might got COVID-19, not know right then and there. So now you're in sneezing. Now I see people sneeze, they don't even go wash their hand in the house sometimes. They just wipe their nose and keep going. So now you might text something like, oh, reading about it, okay, I don't want this, put it down. And that person that pick it up, now it's contagious. So that's why I say that's why it's spreading like it is because they're not making people. You come in some stores, you got the wipes to wipe the babies down. Some stores you don't. Like, I go in the store, I'm like, hey, y'all ain't got no wipes to wipe the baby down because I'm not gonna push this around. I don't know who just had this. So that's why I really don't even try to go to the stores like that. I wipe the
So do you
gas pump
think that
down
you're
too.
isolating more with COVID? I mean, is there like certain things that you just do and don't do, and places you will go and won't go?
Yeah, I stay in the house more than ever now because it's like to me, I'm not gonna say the government invented this, but it's crazy how all of a sudden it got worse. It did shut down. Well, Trump is the president that did shut down. Around the same time last year, well, a little bit before this time, it was bad like it is now.
Hmm.
Trump was the president. So he did shut down to keep people away from each other, basically. They even made it where, during Thanksgiving, Christmas, you shouldn't visit. It shouldn't be that many people to your household. Christmas, Thanksgiving, you want your whole family. But you don't know where they came from, who they was on. So you don't want to spread it. Now the president we got now worried about whatever bill they're trying to pass, instead of saying, okay, well, let's do another lockdown, at least try to get it under control. Because, my opinion, if the world saying get vaccinated, get vaccinated, get vaccinated, then you look at the news, and you got half of the Pacific states that vaccinated more still get COVID-19, and they spreading it worse than people that are not vaccinated. So I'm like, okay, so y'all telling us to get vaccinated, but if we get vaccinated, we can still get it. So what is the point?
Well, the point, in my opinion, because that's how we sharing now, is our opinion. The point is that um, the vaccination is not a cure. It is not a cure. It's like preventive medicine. It's like if you went and you took some cough syrup, that don't mean that you'll never catch a cold. It just means that for now, some of your symptoms ain't go right, and that's what the vaccine is to me, but I did you get the vaccine? Because I got the vaccine, and the reason why I got it was because I am around a lot of people, and I do have older people in my family, and I would never want to be the one that got anybody sick,
Exactly.
So we have to look at it like, basically what we're talking about is how is all of this affecting you? How do you feel? I mean, what does it make you feel? I mean, we isolating, we not living like we used to live. Things are different. We more worried about our children, our family members. We worried about where we go. We can't go to the store like we want to. We covered up.
Some covered up.
Some covered up. But I'm talking about we gotta talk about us because we covered up. You know what I'm saying? And there's a reason why we covered up. There's some fears there. You know what I'm saying? There's some reason why we not rule breakers. Because some people are just rule breakers. Just refuse to do whatever it is anybody tell you to do. So how do you feel about that? Why do you wear your mask?
See, my thing, yeah, I don't even think wearing the mask is gonna stop you from getting it. But you got to social distance, and I feel like that is because you don't know who people be around. Like you said, you got older people in your family. Like my auntie Betty, which is his grandmother had it. She was hospitalized, and his mother ended up getting it. Then inside the household, his girlfriend got it. Then his stepfather got it. So it's like you're spread because of who you're around. So either you don't isolate yourself because you don't want to get it, or you just gonna say, well, we got one life to live, don't care. So me personally, I stay my distance. Like if I'm around a person, I can't shoot ball, that's thing out. You know what I'm saying? I try to, because of the fact that my son be around so many different people. I try to see. I don't want him to get it, but if you going to school and kids already got it, that'll affect me too because my son is a child.
Right. How old your son?
He's 6 years old. He just turned 6 in June. Okay. So if he get it and it get worse, like when I'm saying kids dying from this, it scares me because I have a child. So that's what you got to think about. You have kids, you got to check. So even if you go in the store, like me personally, I go in the store, you gonna wear a mask. We ain't even really not. I sanitize the house, but I'm not even letting him go in no store. Even if we going to gas station, grocery store, movie theater, whatever. You're not going on with your mask on because even though there's no guarantee you're gonna protect you from getting it, but it's a start.
Yeah, it's a safeguard.
Yeah,
You had a lot of family members to catch it. So how does that affect you?
I stay away from them for a while, so I won't get it. While I work at too, I've been like, well, but I just keep hand sanitizing my whole Lysol can.
You got your whole kit.
Book bag and everything. And most of everybody at my job, they've been missing days getting it. They have to sanitize everything.
What kind of work you do?
Moving service.
Moving service, okay. So you in and out people's houses and
Well,
stuff?
I'm trying to tell you, they were crazy.
Okay. So do you have any fears about it? Is it scary to you? I mean, if you keep seeing your family members contract it.
Yeah, different. You getting it myself. I don't, yeah, man. And keep yourself, keep yourself.